Hello, my friends. This is Aviva Tamar, your happy high priestess, and I have returned once again for a tarot card reading. This is going to be a general, timeless reading. We are going to focus on love, and our questions are going to be around love. Now, you may get answers as far as romantic love, but this can extend to loving friendships and self-love and family relationships. We're just going to talk about love in any form that wants to come through this evening. Okay, for tonight, I am going to be using the Universal Rider-Waite Tarot, and I'm going to attempt to keep the cards within your view, but for the most part, I'm just going to try to gently and in a quiet and not yelling voice explain their meaning, and hopefully you will be entertained as well as informed and encouraged. I ask only that you leave a like under this video or subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this video or get something out of it. I would also love to hear from you. I love getting comments. I rarely get them at this point, so I would love to hear from you, and I will respond, I promise. All right. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Okay, we do have a new moon coming up, and I do believe this Friday, new moon coming up, no, I'm sorry. We have just passed the full moon, or the new, wow, words. We just passed the new moon, and we're still kind of feeding off of that renewing energy, and we are moving into Imbolc this weekend if you are in the northern hemisphere, and that is marking the very, very beginnings of springtime, starting to peek through the rebirth of the goddess or the birth of the sun god, depending on your personal belief system within the Wiccan or Wicca? Wow. Whatever you identify as within the pagan circles, these are the two stories that I am familiar with. If you know of another story that is associated with Imbolc, I would love to hear it. All right, let's get started. Sorry, let's not get started. I'm going to take a little sippy of my hot cocoa. Oh, I apologize if slurping offends you, but I very much enjoy slurping my hot cocoa. Okay. What messages of love need to come through right now? What messages of love do we need to hear? Oh, that was very quick. The very first card is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is someone who is impulsive in word and in action, and often finds himself rushing into things that he's not ready for. The Ace of Wands comes out, and I'm going to leave it reversed. Your hastiness may be preventing the beginning of something regarding your love or the creation of love. If this is a relationship, pardon me. If this is a relationship, like a romantic relationship, it looks very much like your thoughts and your fears from past experiences are getting in your way, with the Knight of Swords beside the reversed Ace of Wands. That is definitely impulsivity or not thinking things through, preventing the creation of something. The Ace of Swords is the beginning of justice, the beginning of truth. But next to it we have a reversed Nine of Wands. So it looks like you may be at the beginning of letting go of these thoughts that are holding you back, but there's like a personal injury involved, which may make it very difficult. I completely understand having a difficult time moving past betrayal or moving past abuse. Obviously, it's not easy to go, okay, at this point, I forgive my abuser and move past what happened. That is very, very, very difficult. It's something I'm still working on, but we got the Knight of Cups upright underneath the Knight of Swords. So I feel like if we slow down and become more in tune with our emotions, okay. So we can turn this Ace of Wands upright by listening to our emotions, connecting to ourselves a little bit more, and making choices based off of our intuition and our emotion. We need to learn how to be in tune with our bodies because our bodies have physiological symptoms that clue us into our deep emotions and our subconscious. This can help us think through and connect with our intuition when we're making decisions, okay? And that can help us move forward positively. I notice we have the Sun on the bottom of the deck at this point, so that's a good indicator that we're heading in a positive direction. This seems very self-love associated, but it may have to do with you having been in an abusive relationship of some sort. This doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It's a relationship wherein you were supposed to be loved and you were not. The Knight of Pentacles. It could, I'm sorry, it just occurs to me that this could be reversed. This could be you hastily acting and not loving properly as a result. So you need to make a decision in order to become in tune with your intuition and your emotions. You need, so that you can make a proper decision and start moving slowly toward this truth. Okay, it seems like we need to be aware of rules because the Knight of Pentacles is very much into the rules. These are the rules of the game. These are the rules of relationships. And we need to move very slowly. Okay. Following the rules, staying grounded, moving very slowly, and repetition, repetition, repetition. A lot of the time, when we are going through the healing process after abuse, you need to repeat the same lessons to yourself over and over and over again, or risk falling into this defensive, standoffish energy. It is difficult. It is a difficult process, but I would love to know how we can move through this healing process peacefully. Oh, thank you. So we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, again, is a decision. But it's a decision that you feel, yes, with the Seven of Cups. Oh, yep. You have a decision, but you feel blinded. Either because you have many options. We have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to take her out. All right, so you may feel that you either have lots of options or that you are confused about the next step to take right now. So with the question we asked, how do we move forward peacefully? It seems to me, I keep getting the message when I look at this card, justice is blind, is what I keep getting. Just justice is blind. So I feel like perhaps with the Lovers here at the end, things are going to, major arcana cards, let me explain, are, they're not as changeable as the lower arcana. Oh, the lower arcana. Wow, the minor arcana. So these are changeable energies here. The 2 and the 7. And I feel like you may need to make a decision while blinded. Both of these are indicating that while there may be illusion, the truth is not going to be revealed to you. You need to let that go. The truth is not going to be revealed until you act. I'm sorry I whispered that, but you need to act. And whatever action you take, if it is based upon the lessons you have learned through repetition, if it is based upon your knowledge of how to navigate relationships, if it is based upon your own emotions and how you feel. With the Queen of Pentacles as our overall energy, it looks like you will come out abundant and grounded. And with the Lovers, again, there's decisions that need to be made, but I'm feeling that things will end up positive. Ultimately, if you're making this decision from a place of being in tune with yourself, things will come out in a positive way. Okay? I'm just going to get our final card for the night from the Rebel deck. I'm sorry, I don't know why I forgot for a second. Just kind of blanked on that. So yes, the Rebel deck is what I'm going to use next. This deck does curse, so if you have young or sensitive ears, now would be a good time to stop the video. Thank you so much for joining me. But if you, are okay with hearing cursing, I'm not trying to monetize my videos, so there's no reason for me not to. This is not for children. If you are a child, you probably shouldn't be watching tarot card videos. You should probably be, studying, reading, doing something productive. Get off of the internet. All right. What guidance do we need at this time? What guidance do we most need? What guidance do we most need? There it is. Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. So at this point, if you've escaped from that abusive relationship, if you've escaped from that situation that made you defensive and made you on guard and made you hasty, then relax where you are. If that's not what you've done, if you're just in a place where you're acting hastily without thinking because you feel trapped, then again, I say, relax where you are and as you are. All right? Just relax. Things really could be much worse. Be grateful for what you do have. Be grateful for where you are and how you got here. Love yourself where you're at. Definitely. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. My candles have burnt out, so I am going to go. This has been Aviva Tamar, your happy high priestess. Hopefully you could hear me properly throughout the video. Please let me know if you couldn't. Good night.